Back to the Martian, where we try to terraform Mars. We're here in our greenhouse and just catching our breath, doing a bit of eating, drinking, saying hi to Bob the Fifth, making sure he has some food and stuff. But more importantly, we will check out our plants. So we have plants designed just for being processed into food, and then we have these ones over here, which we try to make suitable for terraforming. And it looks like they've created some seeds, so we will screen those. These are very nice. They will have like a nice shelf life, so we can store these and don't worry about them, whereas the individual grains, they spoil. So let's check if these are actually any good. As you can see, it's still very cold on Mars and it has low pressure, and we try to compensate that by forming some global warming, pumping more CO2 in the atmosphere, and that way try to heat up the planet. So that's the overall aim. This was a nice strain, so it can have like can handle like minus 30 degrees already and 12 kilopascal. That's pretty good. Could be a bit better, but it's pretty good, and it kind of sets the bar of what the terraforming has to achieve. So this one has lower pressure, a bit worse temperature, so we can ignore that. I think the pressure will be, I don't know actually which one will be met first, temperature or the pressure of 10. No clue. Guess this is an overall nice one, so we'll also save that. Right, so this is some genetic screening. We could passage these further on. I think we'll just leave them like this for now. We can worry about them another time. This one what should we do with that? Guess we just label it as normal wheat. Although we could plant it, but it will for sure die because it becomes minus 80 at night, so that's a waste of time. Right, so what I was thinking is that we can maybe improve this room a little bit. Maybe we can take like a display, stick it over there, and use like one of these fancy graph displays. It's a thing, and we might be able to monitor the percentage of CO2 in time or something. So let's try messing around with that. It's not a very important thing to do, but it would be cool if we got like some kind of graph. So for that we need some IC housing, IC chip, and this cartridge apparently, the graph display. Console will also be nice. So we still have one of those, so that's easy. Then the cartridge, which was called what? Graph display. So that should be cheap. And then comes the IC10 chips, which are a bit more expensive, but we have quite a nice amount of resources. You can do it. We believe in you. Alright, last one. So yeah, we will load the ratio of CO2 to start with, I think. Would make sense. And we can see how the display performs. I don't really know how to work with that exactly. I tried a little bit, but I don't know if we can change the timescale or if it will always output a value per second. So that will be like the thing that determines how useful this will be. Because ideally we would like to monitor the CO2 like per day or something, give like one dot in your graph per day. I'm not sure if that's possible currently, but we will find out. So let's see, we have our console graph display and some IC10 housing. So we should be able to play around a bit. So where should we stick all those things? I guess we can put like a display. We could also do there, I guess. Would look cool. Complete the set. That guy. Oh, we don't have glass, right? We do have data disk, but we don't have a glass window. Good cheat, of course. And borrow one. Nobody will notice. They think we just wiped the windows very thoroughly. Not sure if there was a use for the window anyway. Right, so one thing is that we have to set that display to a certain setting. And we have to stick this somewhere as well. There's no real good spot for it. I guess this will be sort of out the way. Can we do behind? That will be annoying to access. It will all be annoying. We are lacking space. Could stick it up there, I guess. That's also ugly. Maybe just on the floor. Let's try that for now, and hope it won't get in the way. I guess if you put floor panels over it, would you then still see these things? Will the screws like pop out? I don't know. If you still see them. Well, it's a proof of principle. It might not even work, so let's not worry too much about how it looks. So we probably should get power to that display as well. Like so. Now we can label this to the IC ref housing. And we should see one pops up here as... I cannot read these letters actually. It's this one. Right, so that's set. Return this little floppy disk. And now comes the laptop part, for which we need a laptop. So let's take it, stick it right on, I guess I guess we stick it in our sorting machine. No clue why we want to do that, but apparently we did. Alright, so we want to, this is the solar panel script. So we will load the gas sensor in D0, and we can remove all of this, I guess. First, let's test how the graph will behave. So what we want to do is use the gas sensor, and I guess just load ratio of CO2 to start with. I think this only does ratios, right? Yeah, ratio carbon dioxide. Alright, load gas sensor. What was it setting? I need my IC10 cheat sheet actually. So there's a Stationeers wiki, and it has like a nice cheat sheet of all the important settings. So we want to name this something. So let's name this CO2, and we might do like alias CO2 to like R1. So that's that value that we created. Then we get the gas sensor, and we want to load like ratio carbon with a capital again, carbon dioxide. Alright, so that's orange, so it's recognized. And then, should have removed this earlier. Set database. I will explain in a bit what we're trying to do. CO2. Maybe we should call it CO2 rut. What was this supposed to be again? I forgot. One moment, let me check. Well, what we want to do is to store this value into the IC10 housing, because that's how we should read it from the graph. I think I'm doing this the wrong way around then. So this should probably be setting, and then this should be the CO2 routes. Let's try this. So we export. And we should tweak the little screws. So we want this to be a gas sensor, but not just any, the one outside. Alright, so now it claims that outside it's like almost 100% CO2, which is correct. It's just not very informative, but that is actually correct. So now we made a very simple graph, and every second it seems to update. So now I'm curious, what happens when we sleep in between or something? So it will probably just remember the value and still continue to print, right? This is not very useful because the setting remains the same, so now we cannot really see anymore what's going on. So we will, I guess, apply some scaling. So let's see, we will try to divide it by 10 or something. So for that we will create a new alias, which is CO2 scaled, which we call R2. And then we do divide this value by a factor 10, and we will call that, is this how it works? Ah yeah, that is actually how it works. But it still prints every second. So I'm not sure how useful this is then. Because we won't be able to see a difference this way. What else can we do? It does look cool, but it's not very useful. I guess we can do subtract or something, subtract. Yeah, I was hoping we could change the speed, but I don't know how to do that without any mods. So what we could of course do, we ran out of power, that's bad. Should probably go and fix that. Right, let's quickly fix that. So what we could do maybe is to, well, we'll do that some other time, but to calculate the average over the span of 3 days or something. Yeah, we're completely out of power. That's bad. Not sure what we added to kill our power. Do we still have some emergency coal laying around? It's not too bad. I don't think our system will fail. Got some temperature buffer, gas and all the things. It's just a bit annoying for this stage when we try to get something on paper. So I think we have two options. Either display some average value over the course of a few days, which could be fun. So let's say we sleep for so many seconds, sleep, 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 and then we... I think that would be fun actually. The alternative is to continuously print this graph, but then yeah, it's not really dynamic because it will be over the course of 3 seconds, so yeah, we don't really care about that. Can we find some coal, because our base is running out of power. We have a pretty setup. We are trying to solve this in a more long-term solution actually, because we made another base with a deep miner setup, and there we are generating a bit more power. We connected the two bases by a power line, but it's not yet functional. So this is probably a little bit of a warning that we should really be thinking about a better solution. Hey, this is a coal mine. So always keep these ores pop up like that, not taking the last bit, so I can directly see what is actually in here. Right, so we go back to base. This should do for now. You see the flashy lights also got killed down, so that's also a bit disappointing. Our beacon shut down. Alright, let's burn this. We might store like 10 or something for emergency power. And we burn the rest. Alright, that should help us for a short-term solution. So we can play around with the bit we were just doing. Can we continue? Is it allowed? Alright. So yeah, we're playing around with this bit. So we load the active ratio of carbon dioxide. And now we scaled it, divided by 10, to get some meaningful value, but this is not the way to do it. I would actually like to subtract 90 or something, so we get like the last decimal. I'm just having trouble interpreting the IC10 help page on the wiki. So it's add, subtract, alright. multiply. Ah, right, so we have all the things that we want. So we load it, so now it's like 0.96. So let's multiply it by 10. We call it scaled, and then we will, so that will be 90% 0.6 or something, 9.6%, and then we subtract 9, so we get the decimal point. And can we call it that again? I guess we can. And why it is interesting is because we don't expect CO2 to go from 90 to 100%, and if so, then we won't be able to see the difference on this this scale. So instead, it would be more useful to get the second decimal. Oh, this is cool. We created some heart rate beep. Right, this is not useful at all, but I do like it. Alright, let's ignore it. We did our job. We created a cool looking graph that is not meaningful, and that's everything that we need to do in this base. We got some oxygen. That's not filling up quickly, actually. Let's head up to the other base. Have some fun there before we continue with these nonsense projects. This is cool. Take a quick snack. Some water, so we don't have to come back in 5 minutes. Would be nice. Oxygen is a bit of a bummer that we don't have more, but yeah, we'll look at that later. It's fine. So let's go over to the cool base, the deep miner setup. So here we have the start of a power line. The idea is that we generate more power to the other base and we siphon off extra bits of power to this base, so that this can look relatively nice and the other base looks a bit industrial. That's the idea. But more importantly, we're trying to do terraforming over there. So what that means is that we try to pump CO2 in the atmosphere, raise the temperature of the planet, and hope that our plants are able to grow outside on Mars. Yes, that would look super cool. Have like fields of green. So over here we have a bunch of solar panels. Is that actually working now? Are you tracking the sun? Looks like it is. Yep. Right, they are tracking the sun. They're all connected by power cable. Not generating a lot of electricity, but it's doing something. Ah, there we go. So this thing is flickering. It doesn't really like I don't know what we should put the transformer on, actually. Do we need a transformer here at all? Not very useful, right? Maybe we just remove it. Right, well, batteries are still okay-ish. Oh, these front ones are doing a bit better. That's cool. Right, so they are actually charging up. And then upstairs we have an overview of all our machinery. So we have 2 deep miners, from which one is currently only running. And we have a bunch of centrifuges that are refining dirty ore into clean components. So this one contains quite a lot. This one apparently none. And this first one contains also heaps of cool materials, from which the one we are interested in is the hydrocarbon, almost 50 grams. So that's quite nice. Now currently we've got a script running, and what this script does is that it counts if the total number of ores reach 300, and then it will empty the centrifuge. So we will check in a bit if that is actually working. I suspect that maybe the time that we give it to empty might be insufficient, but we'll check later on. Just keep in mind that we should do that. And yeah, and all coal gets split off and burned by these 2 solid generators, which are hooked up to a power supply. So that's the idea. It is working out. Just until now we got like a negative of energy, so this system would shut down all the time. I hope now we fix that by using these solar panels, and we might make a few more so that we get like a nice surplus of energy over here. Should we also plant like a wind turbine or something on top of that hill? Or here or something. Could do like one big wind tower. I don't know. Actually, this first box is empty, right? So we could actually clear that out and just build like a bit of a tower, but then it will create shade for all these solar panels, so maybe that's not the nicest thing to do. We could also just make like a bunch of upright wind turbines behind it. Maybe that's a nice thing to start with. So we catch like a bit of the wind, but not a lot. We could even do it like 1 floor down. Or just the other direction, that could also be nice. We take it like this way. Let's try that, I think that will be cool. So we have heaps of iron, so we should be fine of doing stupid projects like this. So we need some iron frames. Getting close to 300. Is it actually correct? 106 plus 42 plus 80. I think we're a bit higher than this actually. Like 250 or something. So you should probably update in a bit. So yeah, if we make like a bunch more batteries over here and increase our power generation, then this would make a real nice power generation base, which will be useful. So let's see, we connect this way. It's not very pretty, but it will work. Got some iron sheets. Need a bit more, I guess. And then we want a wind turbine, but I don't know. No, you cannot make them here. It's this device. It looks like we need some other components that we're a bit short of. And what does it need to construct? Just the kit, alright. So we should smelt some more gold. I think copper is the limiting factor now. Yeah, definitely. Do we already have some more in our silo? Apparently not, because it's still open. Nice. Can we steal some from here? Just a bit. So that will be enough for one extra wind turbine. That's not a lot, is it? This is wasting a bit of power, this smelting, that's clear. But as long as the batteries don't run out, it should be fine. Anyway, I'm curious to see what the atmosphere is currently at. 10.6, so we're definitely improving in terms of CO2 molars. Because we were previously at 8.6. So we're getting there, slowly. You go and make us some wind turbines. Then we'll swap this out for more gold. And I guess we need some more heavy coil, right? Yeah. Although the wind turbines don't generate a lot of electricity, so we could just, I guess, use the cheap cable. Oh, we're only making 2, so it doesn't really matter whatever option we choose. Let's first do some welding. So I do like it if the structures are like this. Gives it some sturdy feel. Then we should. I was worried for a moment that power was out. Or is it? Are we out of power? Ah, shit, this one is not connected. That's a problem. So that means that our centrifuges are probably a bit messed up now. I was relying on this battery to work, but no. Well, we'll get power in a bit, because we can do this. Well, let's watch it actually, because we still have this one battery, so we should just be monitoring a bit more carefully. So it is at 245, so the moment it reaches 300 we should go and check. Could guarantee a bit more power by adding this coal. Let's do that. So all the batteries get like a bit of a boost. We ignore this bit. And we'll get the wind turbine out. More iron. Alright, maybe we'll do some smelting then. This is relatively fast, but yeah, it takes a shit ton of energy to do this. A smarter way to use to do it would be to use a normal furnace and not this arc furnace. But hey, it's the lazy way. Yeah, apologies for that. Alright, let's see. Bring one more. Shut you off. And then we want more of these heavy coils. You should be able to print a few of them. Yeah, and I think that with our current rate, all the ore is not being able to process, so it doesn't make sense to use 2 deep miners. But we will monitor it over time, and maybe install a few more centrifuges, because this is going alright. I guess we could expand the other way, right? So if we make a plateau this way, can we reach this? I think, yeah, we should be able to build here still. Could also make like a row here actually. Well, let's start with those two. Or no, because we need to coil right away. But I guess if we have like 7 or so, it would be fine. Alright, so let's just try it. So we go up here. Yeah, just stick them like so, I guess. It's not pretty at all, but it should definitely give some power, especially when it's storming. No, we didn't need the last one. Alright. So that is working. Also, just mine this copper actually. Apparently we're in dire need of copper, so it would be stupid to not take this. Because it's sitting under our noses. Yeah, I'm not really convinced that solar will help us that much then. But it is a nice passive resource generation tactic. $57, this is not going fast at all. So yeah, the idea is that we have the script and it will count up to 300, and then the moment there's 300 processed ores in this, then it should automatically empty, and then you have to set a certain amount of time for it to empty. I guess you could also just check if there's still reagents there, right? So if you do like make a lot of loops, it could also work. But well, we didn't do that. We just used like a timer to see if that's actually able to clear it. Yeah, alright. So what do we want to do? We want to build some more solar panels. It is a bit boring, but it will definitely help us. The alternative is just to create a bunch of wind turbines, which I think will generate way more energy, and expand on batteries. I think that might be a better investment over steel. If we will make like the big wind turbines. So that might be smarter actually. So we expand to the left. and get some of those big wind turbines going. I think we should be doing that actually, because the solar panels, well, I didn't bring the network analyzer, but they're not generating a lot of electricity. At least not these solar panels. Can we actually see? It's called the dual ones. Doesn't really say how much they create, right? No. Let's try to make the wind turbines. I think we made steel here, right? That's all in this machine? Yep. But we need the tier 2 printer, I guess. So we cannot do that here. That's a bit of a shame. I guess that was the reason why we we decided to go for solar over here. That makes sense. Alright, so our air tank is low, so that's a bit annoying because I was looking forward to this check. So what we'll do is cheat. We will change the script so that it will check if there's this is not the script. We will change the script to see and check if there's 265 resources in there, which we know currently that there is, and then sleep for 150 seconds. Alright. All the alarm bells are there again. So yeah, it should now be emptying, and it has 150 seconds to do so. So first it will take an amount of seconds to slow down from 100 RPM to 0, and then it still has like a minute left or something to clear all. I think that is fine actually. So now all the hydrocarbon is emptied, so we should actually be able to see it flying. Or are we too late? Well, it gets sorted into the generator, and then we should have heaps of power. But yeah, 150 seconds is more than enough, so we could probably improve and increase the number of reagents to like 300 or something. Or 400 even, doesn't really matter. But then it will flash an error quickly. So yeah, probably we could subtract like 30 seconds from that, and it should be fine. I'm curious if this one is just broken, or if it coincidentally always has a low amount of resources in there. Should you be continuing? A little bit suspicious as well. It does continue. Alright. Well, we'll get some fresh air. Some new oxygen, I mean. And head over to the other base. And I guess when we come back, we'll think about how to divert power to the other base. Probably we want to create like a splitting point over here or something. And do something smart, like if battery is full, then we open a port to this base. I think that could be cool. We could even check like 3 batteries. So let's say you load the current value of 3 batteries, and then you say that the total has to be above, what should we do, like to 95% or something? Curious to see how these batteries are doing. Should probably expand this as well. So the solar ones are completely empty and the wind turbine one is still alright. So if we make like another 4 in this way from the wind turbines, I think they would actually fill up pretty decently during a storm. So yeah, we will also make some batteries over here. Because this is the bit of the base that we have to keep alive at all costs. This is where we store our organic plants, chickens, whatever. And this is not filling up, that's also not nice. So there's something going wrong with our oxygen supply. It's also suspicious that the pressure doesn't increase. Like we're losing pressure somewhere, but I don't know where. So what does the atmosphere look like here actually? So it's still 70% oxygen, so that's correct. And CO2 only gets added if it's values below 20 or something. So we could just release a bunch of ice over here. It'll be like short-term solution. Will cost us a bit of our temperature, but it's fine.
Jetpack low.
The jetpack is low as well, right? Alright, well we set up a flare to compensate for the lack of temperature. So this is the lazy way to heat your base. Normally I would worry about the fact that the atmosphere is like 70% oxygen here or something. But luckily in this game you don't have to worry about that, as far as I know at least. So what now should happen is that the pressure rises above a certain value. We coded our oxygen management system so that if the pressure reaches above 78, I think, then pressure will get diverted. Not sure why we took such a high value, so we could probably run downstairs and lower that a bit. In fact, we will do that now, because yeah, we are a bit low on oxygen. But I can show you the code while I'm downstairs. So there's a canister refill station over here and just a passive vent. So that's not not the exciting bit of the script. The exciting bit is downstairs, where we take the oxygen, well, all air out of the base. We filter it for oxygen using this filtration system, and then using this chip we do some comparing steps. So we load in the filter, pressure pump that's connected to the canister, the oxygen canister, and we have a big tank of oxygen, and we have just a gas sensor inside of our base. So we'll set everything off first. We will load the pressure inside the base, pressure inside the oxygen canister, which is this one, and just some pipe and tank pressures. So this is the part to just fill the canister if the pressure is below this value. So it will save a lot of power, because the pressure pump will take a lot of power if it's always on. So we make sure it's only on if it's required. And then we do a check, 2 safety checks to see that we don't increase pressure in pipes and the oxygen tank above a certain value. So this is safety checks, and only then we'll continue. So you get these jumping bits, jump to the next bit, jump to the next bit. And apparently if the base pressure is above 71, then we do nothing, and otherwise we do. So we could just set that to like 60, so we get a bit more oxygen at this point. Let's do 65, because I think the pressure drops in the night, and it doesn't matter, let's do 60. We're growing wheat anyway, that should handle low pressure, right? So who cares? So we'll change it a little bit, lower the value, tweak it, and what we should see happening is that the script responds by switching on the filtration unit, because the pressure in the base apparently is 66. So yeah, we get some oxygen in this pipe, because apparently there was none. So now you see there's like 300 kilopascal. So yeah, we were close to zero. This is why things were shutting down. Right, so that's working out. Some hidden stash of iron. Don't know why that's here, but that's fine. This is the water heater. I think I turned this off because it was going horribly wrong, and we should probably restore that. So I installed this bit of non-insulated piping, because our water was just way too high temperature, because this thing was set to on for always. It's still a bit warm actually, so yeah. We don't have ice anymore, right, in our mining build? No. Could just leave it like this so it will cool down a little bit slowly. Guess that's fine. But we will restore the script, because if the script is correct, then it won't do anything. So this is just using the pipe analyzer. And we should then restore this as well. This is our handiwork. So what this bit of logic scripting does is that it will read the pipe analyzer value, set it to temperature, and will forward that value to the compare unit, and it will compare if that value, the current temperature, is is above this Kelvin temperature, and if it is, so it's less actually, if it's less than that value, then it will turn on the heater. So basically we will always have water of like 20 degrees or something, I think it comes down to. So switch the pipe heater liquid to on. And if all is correct, then it should actually not do that, yeah. So that's fine. But that was like a slight distraction, because what we should actually see now is that we have oxygen again, which is crucial to living and everything.
Air tank low.
Alright, so this is filling up again, so all is good in the world. We'll leave it on for a bit longer while we do our maintenance. So this is our nonsense script. Very nice. It is actually showing it wrongly, right? Because we just established that the percentage CO2 was like 96. So it makes no sense that it's all the way to the top. It's a nonsense script indeed. But it looks cool. So we'll leave it on for now. Let's see, we don't actually need food. These are still fine. So just our plants that we want to use. So we can stop with our botany adventure for a bit. Focus on the other things in life, such as eating chickens, or at least the eggs. And with this we will create something delicious. You would think an omelette, but that's not the case. It's powdered egg. The favorite meal of every stationeer. Not really, because you see the rating will go down, so it will ruin his mood to eat this crap. It actually likes the cereal bars more for some reason. So the star rating goes up. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, so it's a matter of taking the oxygen canister and then head out to the other base. Maybe print a few batteries.
Air tank low.
Should we bring the network analyzer as well? I don't know. It's the chip. It is here. We could bring it actually. Just for fun. So we see how much the solar panels generate. Let's create 2 more batteries. Should take some steel sheets. So we'll expand this network over here. Guess we could stack them up like that as well. Maybe. With nice floating cable over here. That's the wrong way around. Like so. Alright. So that's where we built the next battery, which should be done by now, I guess. But I guess wrong, because it's not going as fast as you would like. And we want some extra coils, I guess. We have a ton of gold, so we should make good use of it. Could actually smelt a bit more copper as well, but it's fine. There's like this tiny red blinking light in our power tower. So the idea is that we had like a bunch of flashing lights, but the amount of wind is not strong enough to constantly feed that light, so you'll see it switching on and off by every now and then. There's like a tiny battery in that box, and that will charge up slowly, very slowly, and when it finally has enough power, then you'll see the light switching on. Alright, anytime now. Right, we'll install these two, get some more cable coil up and running. Let's see, is another layer super ugly or is it fine? I think it's fine. Anyway, it's ugly because we didn't support these batteries yet. So it would be nice if we made like a wall or something. Let's see how far we get with this low number of power coils. So they're at least switched on, so that's the important bit. That's the part that I tend to forget. And then connect this bit up. No, we had it. Alright. We don't tend to use the data ports, so I'll leave them open for now. Alright, turns out we had enough. So, a bit more battery power. You could also upgrade them to like station, the next level of station batteries, which is nice. But we don't have the advanced materials yet, so we cannot really do that. And this bit of printing will be important for our next project at the other base. Flashy lights are on again, just when it's daylight. Nice. I do like the side of the wind turbines, they're quite pretty. Prettier than the solar panels in my opinion, but it's just because you have to box those in, because they get damaged by the storms. Which reminds me that we should install our glass panel back in the other room. Do we have some glass? Yeah, let's quickly do that, so we can get some food and just quickly leave this base. We might print like a wind turbine, since this is still happily printing. Yeah, let's do that. So we go quickly inside of our base and then fix the glass, get some food, water, and then leave this place since we have daylight. You can do it. Come on. Alright, get this back.
Power low.
Get a snack. Bit more. We may also be a bit risky and put like oxygen in our jetpack. Not really recommended, because if you do welding in the same room and have volatiles, then well, something is bound to go wrong. But we like a bit of risk.
Low pressure.
Might close our helmet.
Critical. Pressure critical.
Did you manage to print something, or is it still going very slow? I guess we'll just be printing one, because we almost lost half of our daylight already. Run! Oh, we have two. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I also printed IC10 housing, so we can make some cool script. I'm guessing that we use like a transformer or something to switch the grid on or off. Would make sense. And then it's important that we place the IC10 housing just before that transformer, so it can read all the batteries behind it, plus the transformer itself. It will prevent us from getting a headache, wondering why we cannot see things. Let's try to install these before we have some storms going, so we can get max profit out of those. Is blocked by the wind turbine because... Okay. Does it need more space between them? Huh. I didn't know that. Well, I forgot actually. Yeah, you need more steel. Alright. Something we should be working on then. Can already connect them, I guess. Ah, but it has to be floating. Oh, that's not that pretty. But it's fine. It's a thick cable, so it doesn't look too annoying, I guess. Alright, so that's connected, more or less. Nothing to connect to, but it is there. Print some more steel plates. Which might be a problem because this doesn't have steel, right? It's all in this device. So let's retrieve that. That's it already. You can stop. Steel. Get a welder on, so it needs 10 in total, I guess. Look at that power. Why is it so much? It's because burning all the coal, right? So we should definitely work on getting some more batteries going as well. We did have copper in our inventory, right? So let's get that started. Because now we're wasting energy, it seems like. That's sorted. Then we need a bunch of coils, I guess. Some screwdriver. Is that what we need? Maybe. Alright, it's doing its job. Almost. I connected it to the wrong way. And I got scared by the storm there. So currently it's doing nothing useful. Can we get still up there? It's a bit risky. Could try to glide up here, maybe. This is really the last place. Oh, let's just accept our loss before we kill ourselves. Should maybe focus more on this ore floating away in a bit. Alright, we got it. So yeah, the idea was to finish that before having a storm. Well, that didn't work clearly. But it doesn't matter because these batteries are full anyway. So now it's clear that we need some better way of managing our power and siphoning off power in case that batteries are full in this base. So let's check it out. We have this empty block. Oh, it's a steel frame, right. We should have some steel sheets, right? Slow walking. Alright. Let's see, can we still stick like an IC10 script to that? Yeah, I guess we can stick it on this side. Don't know where else we should be adding those things. I guess we can do it anywhere, right? So we can also make a wall over here. Might be prettier. Or stick it over here. Might be even better, because this is all the same grid anyway. Yeah, let's try that. Do we have a labeler here, or is that... no. Right, so we should just remember what this is for. And we did have a transformer here, so we want to use that as well. It's not the best base to be in when there's a storm. So I do like this setup, that we have the split here and then it goes off there. Can be a bit higher perhaps, but well, maybe we'll blow up this mountain a bit and then it's also fine. Sounds very casual, blowing up a mountain. So let's first try it like this. We'll install you over there, which is the correct way. And we set you to the max because this is heavy cabling, so it can take quite a lot. We switch you off for now, I guess. And the storm is gone as well, so maybe should be worrying about this now. I'm not too sad that these are the wrong way around, because I think I wanted to build them like this anyway. I like them facing that way, so it's just yeah, a matter of switching this around. Maybe we'll connect it to this bit then. Always these storms, right? And also with these solar panels, like you finish these projects just when there's no wind or when the sun is gone. It's a rule, unwritten rule. I can still build there. Oh, that's cool. Thought this would be blocked by the wind turbine. Alright, we need a bit more. Can you build me some heavy coil? It certainly can. And it will run out of gold first this time. That's good to know. That's a nice sight, all these batteries. It's a bit strange that this one is not charged up fully. Are we sure this is connected by the way? I guess we are. This one I also cannot see, but it wouldn't be any power if it never charged, right? So it should be connected. Eight is absolutely fine for now. Connected. It's not the most pretty cabling job, but it's fine. And then, do we want you to be printing some batteries? Yes, but it needs more gold. Well, can be arranged. We'll get our laptop out and start tweaking some numbers. So I'm not sure if there's more than one transformer in this area. I guess we could check it like this, the nerdy way. Solar panels. Just a bunch of stackers. I didn't see any transformer, which is also strange. Or is it? No, it's not, because... Do we actually want to connect it up there? I think I'm making a mistake. Because this is power inlet. And I want to connect it on power outlet, ideally. Yeah, so this is wrong. Because it makes much more sense that you rely on the coal bit, right? So if you have way too much energy by coal, which is our best way of harvesting energy, strangely enough, yeah, then that's the thing you want to focus on. So that's all the energy stored right here. Does it actually matter? I don't know. Well, let's do it like I had it in my mind, and we'll later on see if it makes a difference. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So if you have too much power and you divert off the power income, rather than first let it go through the batteries, might also be fine. I don't know. I think the other way around is prettier, but I might be wrong. Alright, can we build through this bit? So now we're connecting two types of cables, which is also stupid, but that's the way we do it now. And then we connect this transformer over here. We set it to max. So that's nice. And now, if we look with our analyzer, then we should see a transformer at least on this grid. Yeah. That's good, because we will need that transformer for scripting. So we'll take a few batteries, it doesn't really matter which ones. But the thing I had in mind is that we do something like this. What script am I doing here? No clue. Transformer. So that's on D1, D0 I mean. And then we have like battery 1, battery 2 and so on. So we go like battery 2, 3 and 4. Let's try that. Do we wanna... I guess we want to read things as well, right? Do we want to alias transformer? No, we don't really want that. We do want to create aliases for the batteries. So if we have a battery, what can we read from that? Probably the amount of power. Power actual. Not sure what those represent. So we definitely need an LED to print the output, because I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. Or we could use the wiki. Stationeers wiki. Battery. So it will give a measure unit, so that will be very useful. This game is not really giving that. But someone took the effort, or community took the effort to write down what it actually represents. So there's power potential, actual charge, returns the current charge of the battery in watt. Is that something we want to use? So if we point our fancy tool, we cannot look at the battery. How do we read the battery status then? Not sure how we do that. I thought that you could read like some values from this, but I guess not. Then it's a guessing game, and we will use the LEDs to help us then. So I'm gonna guess it's power in general. So the wiki doesn't mention the power, so that's why I'm a little bit off. Well, a little bit in the dark. Or maybe power actual. Yeah, I think it's power actual. Let's try that. So we do just power R1. Something is going wrong here. Like this. Maybe. That's very ugly, but we'll do that. We'll add a description later. Should have probably cleared this because there's quite a lot to delete. That's my bad. But it will go quicker this way because I tend to forget the little programming language. So we'll set the transformer in the off position to start with. Not that that's something I worry about, but it's just neat. And we don't care about this. We will care about this bit where we say that we want to load up power actual, the one that we said we would do. So we'll do that for every battery that we have. So it's D2, D3, D4, and the name that we assigned to it, which we didn't assign to it yet, I guess. Alright, so that's now also fine. And then we have to do some math. Let's quickly check if we're not dying from something. No, everything is fine. You go and print another battery, please. So we'll create another value which is the average. Alias at average, which is R5. And what we'll do is that we'll calculate the average of just those 4 batteries, their power, and we'll save it. That's the idea, at least. And for that we have to use, what was it again? We just used it. So we have to use divide. But we first have to multiply. Right, so do we have to add another one? So if this is R6, then we use the sum first. Don't really know how to do this. So it's like add. Is this the way to do it? Then we just... I don't know how to use this function. Is it specify? Register is, so this is register A plus B. Alright. So we can start off like this, I guess. And then we have to keep summing that. So we should probably write down what we're doing. Calculate average power of 4 batteries. That's what we're trying to do here. So now we want to add the value from there. We want to add the 3rd battery to it, and we will keep doing that for the 4th one. So then we have the total sum. Maybe there's a more efficient way of doing this actually, but we don't know. And then we take that value. We'll create the average value by taking the sum and dividing it by 4, because that's the average number of batteries we have. And then set transformer open something, I don't know. Power grid open. And for that we'll see if that makes sense. So if the total stored power is larger than a certain value, I don't know what to use. So we'll see that later on. It will jump to open grid. If power exceeds X, then open grid. And otherwise we will do, I guess, just sleep for 30 seconds and jump back to start. That's what we'll do. Let's quickly grab a new battery. Talking about batteries is making our suit hungry. Alright, so that's fine. Now we just have to specify that bit. We just remove all of this. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, I find it easier to start with this this bit of code left over. Although we could have reduced it probably to something smaller, so that I remember the language. Open grid. And this is just a matter of opening the transformer, which means set it to on. Power on. Sleep. I guess 30 seconds as well. And jump back to start. We could just at the start sleep for X amount of seconds, but that's fine. Yep, that's one part of the puzzle. So let's already store that as a backup. Now the second bit is that we probably want to create a console with some iron. And because we don't know actually what this number will be, the number we're looking for. Ah, you already got iron. So we could just guess, or oh, there's an easier way to do this actually. And because we just learned that this housing can also take a number, so let's try that. So the moment that we calculate the average, then we set database. We just learned this trick. Setting using that number. So I guess we already have all the things that we need then. So export, connect that with cables. And we need one more, of course. This is also very ugly cabling, but it's fine. Boil. Too bad that this needs like two bits of cables. Although it comes in useful sometimes when you just want to connect the data bit to some grid that's separated from the grid that generates power. So it has some advantage, I guess. It just looks very ugly. Alright, now we should just specify which transformer we're talking about. So everything here is on one grid, which makes this a bit tedious. Even the solar panels, that's not smart. Don't do what I do. Station batteries even. Right. That's the transformer. First battery, second battery, yeah, we'll just guess. Alright, so now it should... Right, it states 2000 as a value. Could be the watts. I don't know. How to check? I guess, yeah, we find out the next time a bunch of coal get ditched, so then all batteries are full. How much coal do you have? 40. How long will that take? Too long. Right, we'll force it. Give me all your coal. So what will happen is that a bunch of coal will get burned and it will fill up the batteries, and we should see that number increase. Now we have no clue, because we didn't bring a labeler, which batteries are which. But if they're all more or less full, then this number should increase. This 2000. So if we get some nice round number, then we know that it works. So it's the average of 4 batteries. So that would mean that currently we have an average 500 watts in each battery. Might be correct. Who told you to continue, actually? The script is working against me. I didn't pay attention for 1 minute, and then it quickly got switched back on. How dare you? Alright, silicon, lead, nickel, silver. Come on, we can do this. Yes, there we go. Right, now you can continue your important work. So generator's on, we can hear it spinning. Let's also switch the other one on. I should quickly fill up these batteries, and the number should be rising, but it's not. So it looks like we're using the wrong setting. I'm guessing power should be... No, this is on actually. Maybe we try power? This is all because the game doesn't specify which is which. Alright, so this is state 1, so that's definitely the wrong setting. What else do we have? Charge? Is that like the active charge, or is it if it's charging or not? If somebody has the answer, by the way, that would be great, but I don't expect you to know either. Alright, this is some huge value. Not sure if that's correct. So they're all nice and blue now. Alright, what happens if we start smelting things? So it's 360 and 4 zeros, right? So 3.6 megawatt. It could actually be correct. I think I remember vaguely that that's the amount of power that it can hold. No, it's in 3.6 megajoules. Right. Alright, so let's use that number. So this is the average, right? So if we just take 10% off or 5% off, I think that's the number that we want to use. We could even do it in a calculative way. When we multiply it by a number, I think it would be fun. This should be blanked out. So we multiply it. That's without a t. Multiply the average. I think that function is just two conditions, right? Register is a times b, right? So it's the average times 0.98. So that's 98% of capacity. So if we quickly export that, yeah, that's correct. That's of course, we want to store that number. So we should actually specify that, so it makes no sense that we just did that. Except for that we don't have to calculate now ourselves. So that's 3528 with 3 zeros. Can we remember that? So let's ignore this bit. That makes 0 sense.
Hydration critical.
%. Alright. So currently we should be seeing that it's open then, right? The transformer, or not? Or did we not export this script yet? It's off. Three, 5, 2, 8 with 3 zeros. Is that correct? I think it is. We could just do like this, which might be prettier. So it's 5 zeros, 3, 5, yeah? Makes sense. So what we do now is we say if the average is bigger than that, we open the grid. Yeah, I think that's correct. It's just a matter of time, I think, for the transformer catches on, because there's this sleeping time. We could just set it to 1 second so we quickly see the result. Might be smart. It's on, and it's off. Alright, let's leave it on for a few seconds because this isn't really helping. Edit. So we do for the 30 seconds then. And now we probably want to use the network analyzer again. So it can export like 3 kilopascal, that's correct, Pascal, kilowatts, and we'll check every so many seconds. Yeah, I think that's correct. Nice, now we just need to connect the 2 bases and then we're set. Should probably bring our laptop. Alright, let's try that. We'll start from the other base. So this is already connected most of the way. It's just that last tiny bit, because we ran out of cable. But yeah, we have to do drinking and stuff anyway, so heavy drinking. How is the CO2 doing currently? Also curious. So that is now at 10.3 moles. It's getting there. I made some quick calculation. I think we need like 30 moles or something, so we're 1/3 of the way. So we should already see a difference in temperature, to be honest. Maybe we should pay more attention to that. So let's see, this cable is already connected, so we just need the last floating bit. Print some heavy coil. How many can you do? Quite a lot actually. Alright. Let's switch these around. Ditch your suit for a minute. And also charge this one. Bob is laying a lot of eggs. That means you're happy, right? Should get you some more food though. But we can certainly do that. Let's get this stupid chip out of my way. Yeah, we got more than enough food for quite some time. I did it wrong. That's fine. I could also just do this. Maybe it's easier, so I don't have to switch it around all the time. So these plants are generating O2, and that's quite cool. We're of course using it, so they're also refilling our oxygen tank in some way. Of course we did cheat a little bit because we, how to say, we already released some oxygen ores here as well. Oxides is the word I'm looking for. Let's split it in half, a bit more. All that goes to Bob. Take no risk of getting an angry chicken.
Hunger caution.
Yeah, we're working on it. All the delicious weed. This guy gets hungry all of a sudden. Probably wants some water as well. There you go. Alright, he should be happy again. It's just a showering warning, but we don't really care about that. Oh, it just disappeared as well. Nice timing. Get that jetpack back in there. And we rush back. Should have a bunch of cables by now. How much did you get? At least 30. I think we're good. Let's try this. Did we just got 50 or did we not pick up the last bit?
Filter low.
Was low? Filter? She was very angry when she said that. Alright, this is quite ugly. Can we make like a quick fix? Nope. We catched it. We're too late with catching that. Nice. I was so proud. Alright, so let's try to increase the length. Height a little bit, I should say. So that this doesn't look as awful. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's just leave the jetpack on, I guess. We're not doing so great with jumping all of a sudden. So I guess we want to start from here now. And just go like so. It looks a bit ugly always, the cabling, because it doesn't really hang, so it's just this, this strange shape. Like there's a lot of tension on the cable. So in order to compensate a little bit for that strange look, I made these towers. They're not really useful, but I think it looks a bit prettier. Although pretty is a big word. We didn't succeed at creating like a straight line, but I think that adds a little bit to the environment. You can definitely get away with it, I think. And in addition to just serving as a power line, this has the benefit of also giving you a sense of direction. You have this nice bit to walk. Oh, we're there already. Nice. Will we get there with 11 cables? I guess just not. Or maybe we will. Haha, just not. Alright. Right, we will print a bit more then, since the game demands it. So yeah, the overall goal is to terraform Mars, pumping a lot of oxygen, CO2 in the atmosphere to create global warming, and we're slowly succeeding. We're currently at 10 moles of CO2 out of the 30 that I estimate we need. We should probably improve that a little bit, the rate at which we're burning it, but it's working, that's the important bit. And since we generate a lot of power, I thought it would be fun to create this power line, so that's why that is there. So let's connect up the last bit. And then this setup at least makes sense. So if there's a surplus of power at the other base, the deep miner base, then it gets directed into this base. It seems fair enough. And we can follow the cable to not get lost at night, so that's the advantage. Yeah. I think we do have to improve our deep miner setup a bit though. So I've noticed that there's like a build-up of ores. And that's something we don't want. That means that our system is not that efficient. So we're only using one of the two deep miners, so there's definitely room for improving. But yeah, this is just piling up, so something is not going well. Now this centrifuge is doing a lot. This one I have my doubts about if it's really doing anything. Might be something with the splitters, I don't know. But this is doing, alright, so this is actually working. Yeah, maybe it is working. So let's see. We got all this dirty ore. It gets up till here, then it gets split into either this direction, split again, or it runs into here and gets split. Yeah, it should be fine. Just not sure if it is. So you would expect, since this is full, that this is also full, right? So maybe we should make some windows over there. That might help see what's going on. So in order to do that, we have to build some more chutes. And I guess we have to use this bit of iron over here as well. Let's smelt some more iron. Can never have enough. Do we also have some spare chutes? Or no, we don't. What are you complaining about? It's not happy about a lot of things. Why are things going wrong? This is all of a sudden out of power. Something strange is happening. Are we using too much electricity, perhaps? It could also be the case. Doesn't explain. Ah, maybe we have like a burned wire? Yeah, that looks like a burned wire. Alright. So it looks like we have to do some upgrade to our grid. Surprised I found this actually, and I wonder how many more points we have this problem. So let's see. So we have to split our grid up in some smaller bits, so for that I will use transformers. And so we can have like a main power line over here maybe. Should probably change this to heavy cable as well, this thing that goes up. Can we jump this bit? Nope. We should split it up a bit. A console. Ah yeah, I forgot we had one of those. Not very useful now. But this is. So we could split this up in its own little network, I guess. Yeah, let's try that. So it's the other way around. I guess we want to go from there to here. And we need some more cable coil then. So we split it right in the middle. Then we have two separate grids that should work. It might make sense if this is also connected. Right, so this should... oh no, this is still a problem. Right. So this bit wants to be connected to there actually. Where does this run to? Cannot see anymore. I guess we can just connect over here, right? Because this is doing sorting. Right, so this is now all on its own little grid. Which is a problem for this IC10 chip. Because now it's on the wrong grid. Yeah. It wants to read the transformer in the battery, so that's actually a bit of a problem. So we should probably move that to somewhere like here. Closer to the batteries. And this is flashing an error because... so this is reading the values for the centrifuges, but it's still on the same grid, right? Or did I disrupt like a cable over here? Yeah. Oh no, that's burned. Alright. Alright, so this is all happy now. It's just that we have to move this out of the way. It's fine. We could just create a wall over here. Yeah, let's try that. We still have some iron sheets. Yes. Alright. Now we move the cabling mess as well. I didn't like this place anyway, so this is maybe for the better. Alright, so that's good. And we should set this back to all the things. That's a bit annoying. But now there should be less things on the grid actually, so we'll go a bit faster. Alright. Looks like we solved our problems again. The thing that's bothering me is that we that we still have like this grid over here with this transformer that's using this small wire, so we should probably change that around, because that's not great. This should actually be all the big wire, at least up until here or something. So yeah, we should change that so it can take a bit more before it burns out. So we want copper. Oh, there's also burn through wire. At the most random spots. Like in practice it will actually burn down at this bit, right? Where it pulls the most power, or not. Isn't it a bit strange that just at random spots where there's not a lot of devices it just burns? Anyway, we should focus on getting more gold for this bit, right? Yeah. And we're also working on this, so maybe we should finish that first. We still have some steel sheets. That's the wrong way around. That's bad. Using the wrench. All right. So we at least want to connect this up with the other batteries, so it will all be charging, especially if there will be a storm between now and a bit. So all that sweet power can be stored, and also it would be nice if we can switch this battery on. Can we? Yeah, we can reach it. All right. Nice, and then we'll be focusing on getting this this bigger cable going. Probably move this out of the way as well. We had it. Is this the correct way? Ah, it is actually. So that all works again. This should still be connected, but that's something to work on. Do we still have gold? No. Is there any in here? Looks like there is some stuff in here actually. It just doesn't have power. Because the wire also burns? Or why? Where does that wire lead to? Now this is still fine. Maybe that's burned actually. It's a very sneaky spot. No clue what's going wrong there. Did I switch this off? Ah, I know what happened. So since this is not specified anymore, we selected the wrong transformer. Yeah, this is why we need the labeler. So you should be on. And that one is on as well. Is that... Could be, actually. We'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, we have power again. Proven by the rolling ores. Including gold. That's the wrong one. Alright, so you probably don't want the stacker to be left on for all the time. So that's something we should change right now. Why are our lungs unhappy? That's new. Why is that a thing? I think that's so cute to go actually. What's going wrong with the lungs? It's causing damage to your lungs. That's something we don't want. Alright, we should be heading home then. I think there's nitrogen or something in our suit, which I don't think it's bad for you, but yeah, I cannot currently check what's in our tank that's going, making us go insane. But this is the thing that you don't want to postpone. Otherwise you get some heavy breathing sound. It is really annoying. Run! Is there pollution in our base? That would be strange. Run, little stationeer. Alright, let's figure out what's going wrong. First we go inside quickly, check the bottles. Let's do like this. Alright, what's going wrong? So if we get a new bottle, then there's something in there that kills us, but what is it? It's just CO2 and some nitrogen, so I guess it's the nitrogen? It's not a problem, right? Bit strange. But well, we can install a nitrogen filter and see if that solves it. I don't know why that would be a problem though. But maybe someone in chat knows. But we got it now anyway, so that's fine. Should last us for quite some time. And we can go back and do fun stuff. So let's see, we were building a new battery and we were upgrading this, what are they called? The chutes, to look where things might be going wrong in our CO2 burning project. Is the atmosphere still 10.2 CO2? It's a bit less now, but it changes per position, so that's also deceptive. So here it's 10.5. It does change overall. I did check the system files, but yeah, I think it's the correct one is 10.5. But this is why I need to graph to show some overtime measurement. That's a bit more reliable than these single points. Right, so the deep miner is working. This is switched off again. So yeah, there's still a problem with this using the wrong transformer. I should have brought the labeler with us since we were home already. And the other transformer is on all the time? Yeah. So this is one transformer, which is positioned just after the station batteries, and then the other one is I think that's the only one. Huh. Why is that? Is it because that also burns the wire? Let's check it out. Could be because then it's interrupted, so you don't see anymore where the transformer is. Is that a burnt wire? It looks like it, yeah. Alright, so that's the reason. That is sneaky. We should probably change that straight away for like the heavy wire. Can we... I'm not sure if we can access that still. Huh. We should be able to access it from here, right? Yeah, right. But then we have a problem because you cannot connect these, right? Huh. A little bit strange to merge wires like this, but it works. Ah, this is causing short circuit. Alright, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm causing the problem right here. By lazy wiring. Yeah, right, so we should do a bit better. Yeah, let's just keep on with smelting ore so we can actually do some better wiring. But it's clear that I'm causing this. I thought it was cool that you could connect them up like that, but apparently that's not really possible. Where did the gold just go? Did we smelt it? I think we stuck it in here. You go print a bunch of those, and we continue smelting. Alright, so is that the only spot where we kind of messed up the wiring? We should at least switch this off, because that's messing up this transformer and therefore all of our efforts. And we will change out this bit of wiring for a heavy coil. And then we should split it somehow. So the only reason for power to be there is for the solar panel bit, right? So we should just go heavy wire all the way, split off over there with a transformer, and then do the bit of solar. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I guess all of this wants to be a heavy coil, at least up until... We could also move this up, right? Doesn't really matter. I guess we just want to replace all of this. Maybe move that a bit closer, but well, we can just make this all heavy. start at the back. Probably switch this out for now. Huh. Can we get to that? I didn't know that would be so annoying. Let's first go for the most important bit. Oh no, we need the data port because we're reading from it now. Using that script. Okay, so there's still a cable here apparently. Can we see it? Apparently not. Game? Oh, there we go. And there's one there as well then, I guess. Yeah. Very nice. Invisible cable. How to clear this off then? There is a pixel. Alright. Not too bad. This is not the way we connected it. We think we're in it to the front because this is power input, so that will be very messy if we connect this up. Right. Some cable hidden over there. Yeah, I guess this goes all the way to there, so we might actually remove this this frame so that we can actually see something. Right. It didn't do anything. Right. Nice. Alright, that's also something we want to prevent apparently. Not sure what happened there. Apparently you cannot run through a set of batteries.
Temperature low.
It's bad for you. Right, we will walk carefully around the batteries. Steady. Things are going great. Yeah, let's do that later. First, worry about this annoying little space. Alright, that's fixed then. And then we have this great splitting point over here, which we can disconnect for a bit. And I guess we want to go like so. And now we lost power, of course, because we shut off this bit. Game. You are not liking me tonight. Still nothing. Again interrupted this, alright. Now it has one finally. Oh no, there's some. Alright, right. This looks a bit better. So I guess we just use the heavy cable until here. Probably switch these around for a bit and go like whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound it makes. Yeah. More cabling. Yeah, like I said, this is not my favorite part of the game. It can be relaxing, but usually I'm just too impatient for this bit. But yeah, it's one of the bits that you want to do correctly. Otherwise it will give you a lot of grief. Can we get away with being lazy here? I don't know what the rules are of burning cables, but we'll notice soon enough if this bit gets burnt. Alright, yeah, that's going well. Then here we probably want a transformer or something. I'm making the same mistake again, that I disconnect the thing that's giving us all the power. Did you manage to print anything? No, because I shut off the power. Should stop doing that. Quickly print the transformer before I shut off the power again. Alright. There we go. So we'll place that transformer, I guess, somewhere here. So we separate our grids a little bit. It's actually in the helper tool as well when you start up the game. Just like power shortage laughs in the face of people who don't sort their power usage, something like that. And we are currently being laughed at, that's clear. Heavy coil, because we just connected all the things on a single grid because of laziness. What did we do wrong? Oh, we disconnected this bit again. How many times am I going to do that before realizing that that will up our power? Print more! Alright, so this one we just want to connect through this bit, I guess. So that we can already do without messing up the power again. But then this cable we're going to replace by heavy, so we will replace this bit like so. And then somewhere here is the spot where we want to insert another transformer, I think, for power going up to the solar panels. Makes sense? And for that we need more iron, so let's look at that. Ah, we have another broken cable. I wonder how many of those we now have. All in these random hidden spots. Not sure, I think that one is fine. In general, it should be fine. small transformer, and then we want to go straight back to printing heavy coil. So we will start with this bit over here where we go up. But we need the tool for that. The wire cutters. Someone in chat there? Curious what you're working on in Stationeers. Sharing is caring or something like that. Alright, so that is power management almost done. So this doesn't need as much wattage. This is just for the solar panel script. Why are you unhappy? Might be because another burnt cable. How about now? Haha, there's another one. This really messed us up. Alright, but now it's happy again. So it's doing solar tracking. This is all heavy cable, so that will last us quite some time. Maybe just connect this up as well. Alright, so that's all sorted now. Alright, this is hinting at me that maybe we should also put heavy cable over here. Our little experiment turned out to suffer from this. Now I know why some people just keep building with only heavy. I think we're done now, right? So you're still working, that's very nice. Yeah, we should at some point get our labeler out. And distinguish between all the transformers, because that's now a bit of a problem. Then again, it looks like we don't have a surplus of power, so it's not much of a problem anyway. Connecting these up might be nice. Not sure why we didn't do that yet. Guess we were distracted. It's connected. This one is also not connected. But now it is. So we have these back batteries all connected. Back bit is also fine, right? Yeah. Alright. I think we sorted most of our mess. What else we got? I think the chutes we were working on, that was the thing we actually wanted to do before we noticed that things were going wrong. So yeah, with the chutes we wanted to see what was going on, and the easiest way of doing that would be to check out this stacker. So we could open up here and go for a window, so we can look inside. And maybe also here then. Yeah, so it's funny that actually that one... Wait 1 second. Window. So this one was completely full, but then this one is not. So that means that there's a hold up, which makes sense because here of course you have 3 spaces. So maybe we want to move this backwards a little bit, right? The splitter. Let's try that. So it has at least a bit more space. It's like a reserve. It's not that important actually, is it? You just want equal splitting, so... Well, let's try it. To create some... shit, there's a storm. For some reason that always scares me a little bit. When I'm outside at least. Alright, so we have some windows so we can see if there's ores in there or not. We want a window here as well, I think. If it's allowed. There was a pixel somewhere there. Is there something in the way? No, it's just being annoying. You can do it, come on. I don't know, looks like something is blocking it. There we go. Shoot. And I think on this side we also want something of a window, but that's a bit difficult. We could make one here. So this allows us to see a little bit where there's like overflow of ores, and currently there's none on this side. But if you look here, then there is actually a hold up. So that's a little bit strange. So it looks like some centrifuges are not getting any ores, whereas other ones are sort of choking. And it would seem that because of these bits. Nice. So if we remove this. So, yeah, ideally I guess you wanna separate it so that you have one ore miner or deep miner on 2 centrifuges and the other one on the other 2. It shouldn't be necessary though to do it like that. So it might also just be unlucky dice roll that we started in the wrong position, and that, well, maybe it's something simpler actually, because when this bit is full, then it will of course stop splitting. So then also this side gets none. So it might make more sense if you already split it right here. Can we go one lower? It might make more sense like that. So you create a bit more space. Let's see. Create like a weird corner over here, why not? We never really look at this spot anyway. Alright, and then here, yeah, there's not much we can do in creating like a bit of a buffer. But we did win like one more spot now. So let's see, if we go around the corner here. Then we can move this splitter forward as well. And we create a bit more room as well. So we create a window again. If we still have the space for it. Yep. And then we come a little bit short, but we want to match these two up again. So we need a bit more chutes. Also, we might want to create an inlet, or did we already do that over here? Don't remember. How does this work? Ah, there was an inlet here, right. So let's store these for a minute so we have some inventory space. We go like chutes. We will have to catch them because it's storming. So I guess we want 5 or something. The batteries are going well now. No, out of iron. Right. I think we have the bar over here. Yeah, we do. Nice. More chutes. I just put my chutes in the closet, didn't I? Didn't want to do that. One more. Alright. Then we can go back upstairs. Not by jetpack, because then we will be floating far away. So this will just be a matter of connecting these two up. Oh, the storm is gone, that's nice. Well, let's try to create a window as well. Alright, so now we can see a bit where things go wrong. And all of a sudden we see that there's a bunch of ores lying here as well. Now, if we create like an inlet over here, like so, then we can ditch all of our ores. And they go up there, nice. So let's clean up here. This is one of the things that was probably going wrong. Like so. And then we can check if that solves our problem. So this is waiting to be processed. So that's again creating a bit of a problem for this one over here. Second centrifuge. But well, it seems to be more evenly divided, so we might want to do the splitting a bit better later on. But this probably helps already. It's tricky, this bit of the game. So it's probably limiting the amount of coal that we're able to purify and burn, but still things are going well. We got some energy from the wind. All of our batteries are full, and then, yeah, that's nice. So we'll go back to the other base, we'll grab our labeler, so we can fix this power issue. Not really an issue, but this script that we just wrote, that we can actually make it functional. So basically when our batteries are full, we want to siphon off power to the other base, because that's using quite a bit more power. Don't really know for what, but apparently it is. No, it's what should it be actually? We have like a lot of logic systems there, so they are using like a steady 200 watts, I think. I don't know. It is a pretty sight, right? So you have some windmills over there, power line that's not that pretty, I admit. But we are at least making use of the space on Mars. That was the attempt, instead of creating just one big super base. Now, it was partially because I was under the impression that the rover was still part of the game, which is clearly not the case. But well, the walk is also nice, allows us to think a little bit. Labeler. Yeah, it's right there, so we should already take that. Can probably ditch your laptop now, don't need that anymore. But yeah, I'm curious to see how our terraforming efforts will go. We might also do some manual coal mining still, to speed it up. I don't know, ideally not. If we could do it. Also curious to see what the temperature is at night actually. The sun is now, oh, it's just sunrise. Oh, that's a shame. Get a new battery. And some filter was low, right? It's the carbon, I guess. It's not too bad. And he's complaining about a shower, right? Well, in that case, we should get out of our suit. Get a bit of a snack going. We will harvest a bunch of... Hey Bob. You need some more food, it looks like. We'll harvest a bunch of grain. So this can go straight to Bob. I think the chicken eats more than we do actually in this game. It's impressive, the amount of food that it depletes. I think it also eats only certain types of food, so it doesn't like potato, I think. It's very picky. Alright, shit ton of food. We should put it in the food processor. Sort it out. But it was a bit more. There was a bit more. Somehow I messed the sorting up. Probably by putting wheat into the sorter. Well, that's also for Bob then. And if you put that in the microwave, clearly it will turn into a cereal bar. Alright, I think we're good to go. Our shower warning has, well, sort of been restored. There's no showering on Mars, that's the conclusion. Nice. Back to the cool base with our labeler to fix our last problem, and then I think we did all the things that we wanted to do today. Curious to see what the batteries are doing here actually. Are they now fully charged? Almost. Yeah, this is another grid. Should probably connect those up, right? So that's the solar panels bit. I thought it would be nice to separate them, but it doesn't really make sense to be honest. Let's connect them as well. They're passively creating energy, and yeah, I don't really see any reason for not separating them. The other way around, for separating them, because solar energy is not that great. Not on this planet at least. Do we still have the network analyzer? So... oh, we cannot really see, right? I was curious to see what would be on this network then. Like how much power the other base was delivering. But... no, I don't know how to see that actually. We'll find out in a bit. I'll think of something. Still carrying around the laptop, so that's going well. But yeah, the storms are great on Mars. They give you a lot of power if you have those big turbines. I think that will be more efficient, just like a big number of batteries and a bunch of those. It's just the idea of solar power is nicer, that you create more frequently some low amount of power instead of relying on storms, but well, it's fine. Alright, so now there's 6 kilowatts on this. Let's switch this off. So we are delivering a solid amount of power from this base to the other base. That's quite cool. Now we want to regulate that a little bit, so we'll use our labeler. So this is the transformer, other base or something, I don't know. And then we have this very fancy script that has been useless for most of the time. Haha! So what it does is, we still have a laptop so we can actually show the code. If we drop it, it will read all the batteries, load the current wattage. Well, this is actually just renaming, so you can ignore that actually. It will load the wattage of those 4 batteries. I don't know which batteries they are, but just random 4. The current amount of charge that it is there is actually then used. Then it will sum all of those up in a very, how I say, well, not summarized way. It will just add all of those values up. Then we take the average, dividing by 4, and we also print the output to this this IC housing. But then we say that if that value is below this number or above this number, then actually we will start delivering power to the other base. And this is like 98% of their capacity or something. So currently, we cannot look at the back of this. Oh no, we can. So currently it has like a value of 340,000. So that means that the average amount of power of those batteries is below the number required to siphon off power. So then we should see that the transformer has been switched off, which it is. So that's working out. We could make it a bit nicer by labeling some batteries. So we can do like 1, some random ore floating there. Seven batteries. And we are looking at number 1, 2, 4, apparently, and 6. It's a bit strange. But it's not that bad, actually, because yeah, it would be nice if we take like another one up front. Like 7 or something, because these front ones have like a different charge than the back ones. It's to do with the game mechanics. I think the back ones will run out first or something. I don't know what the order is, but there is a specific order that's being applied. Haha, there it goes. How does this look actually, our sorting system? So it is queuing up here and maybe also there, we don't know. But there doesn't seem to be blockage yet. So maybe this is the moment to switch on our second deep miner. Let's try that. Because we have the power to spend. It will quickly create a surplus, because then we technically need one more centrifuge. Alright, well, it looks like we fixed our base today. In terms of having large enough storage to store a lot of power, to have these wind turbines upstairs to regenerate some power during the storms, and to siphon off if we have way too much power. So there is somewhat of a balance going, and this will all help us with the final goal of doing terraforming on Mars. These little things are important in the end. And the temperature now at night is minus 60. That's very interesting, because it used to be minus 80. So it might drop a bit more, but it looks like we already have like a small improvement. So maybe it drops to minus 70 now or something, but we did increase 2 molars of CO2 already. So yeah, I think next time we will build a few more centrifuges, like somewhere along the lines of here, so that we cover all the dirty ore that's been produced, and we burn as much CO2 as possible, which I mean coal, of course. So yeah, we'll expand our system a little bit. Then we hope that we can get this CO2 up and away, and then grow some plants outdoors. Minus 70. It's still going. Come on, we want to see that we made a difference. I'm looking at the temperature, by the way, if it wasn't clear already. Yeah, so usually it goes to minus 80 in this old world, the pre-terrain version. It's still going. Damn it. Alright, well, this proves that we might have to improve a bit. No, don't hit 80, then we feel completely useless. It is actually working. I did test it out, if this mod would work. It's just that I don't know how it translates, like on the scale. It's going all the way to 80, isn't it? Right, well, I will monitor the temperature a little bit. This is very demotivating. But I did test it, so when you actually increase the CO2 in the atmosphere to something like 30, you definitely see a difference. I just don't understand why now it's dropping this hard. But we'll figure it out. It's still going, it's just passing 80. Great. Maybe it's winter on Mars. Don't know if that's a thing. Don't want to know. Anyway, that's for next time. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you will join another day. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, thank you a lot. Thank you for the people that are following me. I'm aiming to become affiliate, so that will also be very cool. But yeah, see you another time. And for now, bye bye.